News on Sports Drive, right here on 95.1 Nigeria Info.
It's a lovely day. Yo, very, very beautiful morning on, your Let's Talk station this 19th day of February, 2025. I hope you've been enjoying everything that's been coming up, from our broadcast schedule for the day. I tell you, today is a very, very interesting day. The Formula One fans really were left so very, very excited yesterday as they got to see their legend Lewis Hamilton in the overall of Ferrari for the very first time. Oh my days, they were over the moon. They lined the streets just to catch a glimpse of him. And then of course one man who's been very vocal when it comes to tennis, a player for that matter. I feel it's well within his rights also to talk about some things going on in tennis because of his achievements. Speaking about none other than Novak Djokovic, he has said things around maybe there is favoritism happening in tennis when it comes to senior players and doping ban and the way it is handled. We'll look at that on the show this morning. And of course, in football, today is a very big day for football fans, and we will surely make it count for you later tonight on Football Frenzy. We will have the second day of the round of 16 playoff matches. Yesterday was very dramatic. We're here with you throughout the night, and we'll be here with you again today. This is Sports Drive with Kachi. They call me the Sporty Chick. A very good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You can just join our conversation via WhatsApp, and we are live on Facebook. We are live on Instagram. On WhatsApp, you can send your messages to 0809-993-0137, 0809-993-0137. And on Facebook, yes, you go there. We are live. You can see us and hear us at the same time at Nigeria Info Abuja. Yes, on Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Same goes for YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. So I want to drop this first because I know that this is really where everybody's focus is on for today. Between Real Madrid and Manchester City, which do you see progressing to the round of 16 at the end of 90 minutes today? Or maybe they'll take us to extra time, I don't know. But at the end of the match today, Real Madrid and Manchester City, which do you see progressing to the round of 16? You can send whatever you feel about the match to our Facebook live. Go there, you will see we are live, or you can drop your message on WhatsApp. Okay, so we'll just take maybe like 2 to 3 minutes and run through some stories before we throw the phone lines open this very beautiful morning. So we'll start from Formula One, and then in F1 news that I've got for us this morning, Lewis Hamilton made his first global appearance, yes, as a Ferrari driver, as Formula One launched its 2025 season with a glitzy, groundbreaking show at the London O2 Arena. And all the way leading to that arena, I tell you, fans lined the streets. Hamilton, who's a first lap in a Ferrari, we watched at the team's test track by a few hundred fans, in Italy last month, was the star attraction during the 2-hour show yesterday being Tuesday. And then he received the biggest cheers. There were other drivers, many other drivers. They also drew huge attraction and reactions from 15,000 crowd at the event. But then Hamilton said, and I quote, "Good evening, everyone." He said as the crowd celebrated him and, their very first sight of a 7-time champion in Ferrari's red overhauls. And he went on to say, "Such a great night to be here among all of you. The world I am thinking about is invigorated." Yes, he said invigorated. I feel so full of life because everything is new, just focused on what's ahead. And I am so excited to be part of this team. Meanwhile, let's let you know that the first Grand Prix of the season of of the 2025 Formula One season will be held on March the 16th, 2025 at the Albert Park in Melbourne in Australia. Of course, Australia always hosts the first Grand Prix, but in tennis and in Formula One. In tennis, the first Grand Slam; in Formula One, the first Grand Prix. This race is known as the Formula One Louis Vuitton Australian Grand Prix. Of course, that's because of sponsorship rights for Louis Vuitton. And that's that for Formula One. And then for tennis, Novak Djokovic says it is time for us to address the anti-doping system. In fact, we'll see what we can hear from Novak Djokovic himself this morning. He says it's time for us to address anti-doping system. That's what he said. Speaking before his ATP Qatar Open match, which he even lost to Berrettini. Yes, Djokovic questions the fairness of the anti-doping system, and he went on to say that there is favoritism towards high-profile players. Of course, we know that Yannick Sinner has been at the center of some doping ban for the past almost 1 year, and then right about now he's going to be serving a 3-month suspension, not because he wasn't found guilty, but then they said he and his team, there were some irregularities. Sometimes they were supposed to respond, they didn't respond on time and things like that. So he's going to be serving a 3-month ban. He will be out for a while, and he will be getting back to tennis around May. But let's hear from the man Novak Djokovic this morning.
There's a consensus, or I would say a majority of the players that I've talked to in the locker room, not just in the last few days, but also last few months, that are not happy with the way this whole process has been handled. The majority of the players doesn't feel that it's fair. Majority of the players feel like there is favorism happening. It seems like it appears that you can almost affect the outcome if you're a top player, if you have access to the top lawyers and whatnot. Swiatek and Sinner are innocent, and it's proven, unless it's proven otherwise. So right now we know they're innocent, and Sinner's got suspension for 3 months because of the mistakes and the negligence of his team members that are working on the tour. So that's also something that I personally and a lot of players find a bit strange. That, also the fact that there's so much inconsistencies between the cases. Right now, it's a ripe time for us to really address the system, because the system and the structure obviously doesn't work of anti-doping. It's obvious. So I hope that in the next period of the near future that the governing bodies are going to come together of our tours and the tennis ecosystem and try to find a more effective way to deal with these processes.
The voice of the tennis legend Novak Djokovic this morning, of course, calling out the ATP, the WTA, WADA, Court of Arbitration for Sports, as the CAS. Everybody, they just need to do better when it comes to how they handle doping issues and the ban. And in tennis, it wants a consistency, a laid down pattern, not like it's different when it's this player just because they can afford the best of lawyers. That's what he said. Big players seem to really be on the part of favoritism because they can afford a lot of legals. They can afford the best legal teams around the world. All right, so that's that about tennis. From F1 to tennis this morning, and then we are really heading into football because, like I said, big things are going in the world of football today. Let's let you know that last night in the UEFA Champions League, it was all dramatic. First off, the game between AC Milan and Feyenoord ended at 1-1. And then you know that the first leg was 1-0 in favor of Feyenoord. So 1-1 yesterday in Italy. It was not the best result for AC Milan, and Samuel Chukwueze, Tammy Abraham getting on in the 83rd minute, but they just couldn't do anything. AC Milan even went down to 10 players after they picked up a red card, and that's it. It ended, and AC Milan, they're out of the competition. Feyenoord progressing to the round of 16 proper. And then, of course, Atalanta. Oh, my days. Please, let's ring shake your blessings for Club Brugge. Club Brugge and Rafael Onyedika. Solid performance from Rafael yesterday. But then all the accolades, yes, a star of the match, man of the match, Simon Mignolet, the former Liverpool goalkeeper. He was unplayable. You might want to look at the statistics of that game, and then you would agree with me that from the number of goalkeeper saves, nobody 10 whole saves for the goalkeeper, and then for the Atalanta goalkeeper, Martin was just one save. So as Simon Mignolet was the man of the match, nobody else, and a lot of criticism coming after the loss in that game, an offside goal, a missed penalty, hitting the bar. Some people have called Village people. Ademola Lookman is being criticized for insisting to take a penalty when he's not the designated penalty taker of Atalanta, and talks like that. But that's that. Club Brugge are in the round of 16. Ademola Lookman and Atalanta, they crash out. Bayern Munich left it late against Celtic. He ended 1-1, and Bayern Munich progressed at the end of the day. It was by the whiskers. A late minute goal by Alphonso Davies was what gave if I was what saved by Munich and Vincent Kompany, serious blushes. And then Benfica and Monaco. Wow, he was a great game. Angel Di Maria creating all the chances, and he was just so unplayable in the midfield for Benfica. They held their nerve. 6-goal thriller, ended 3-3, and Benfica, of course, progressed because they won the first game in Monaco 1-0. All right, so they progressed 4-3 on aggregate. And then today, like I said, let's get to hear from us. You can call now. Today, first of all, in the EPL, there's a game between Aston Villa. There's a game between Aston Villa and Liverpool. That game is by 8:30. They have to just play so that, just to free up their schedule ahead of the EFL Cup final. The EFL Cup final will be going down in Wembley on the 16th day of March. Yes, that's the Carabao Cup. The Carabao Cup is the EFL. That's it. So it will be happening. So Liverpool just need to clear their schedule a bit, so that's why they're playing today. And then for the Champions League games today, Borussia Dortmund already leading 3-0 on aggregate against Sporting CP, following that brilliant away win in Portugal last week. Today in Germany, let's see how they will hold their own. And of course, PSG against Brest. Some people say these games are already over. PSG already 3-0 up against Brest. They got that 3-0 win away from home today. They were playing in France. And then there's a PSV Eindhoven against Juventus. That game is pretty open. Juve won at home 2-1 the first leg, and then today they will be away, yes indeed, to PSV. But then the star of the night, the game that the world is standing still for, is the Real Madrid versus Manchester City game. That game would also be happening by 9 p.m. Like I said, we'll be here. Prince will be here. I'll try to join him. We will bring you everything that you need to know. Real Madrid taking on Manchester City. It's poised at 3-2 after Manchester City kept blowing away their lead in the first leg. Real Madrid leading slightly by 3-2. I don't know if you feel there's a way back for Manchester City. That's why I asked the question when I started the program, that by the end of the match today, which team do you see in the round of 16? Is it Real Madrid or is it Manchester City? Get on board. Let's hear from you. You can call us on 0700 951 0000. That is 0700 951 0000. Or you can call 0809 597 486. Now remember, I told us that we are live on Facebook and on YouTube, both at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can go there and drop your comments, drop your take, especially about this game. The WhatsApp portal, okay, let's see, there are messages coming in, but you can also even call our WhatsApp line, that is 0809-993-0137. Let's hear you. Are you rooting for Madrid to progress today, or are you rooting for Manchester City? Get on board. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Interesting. Very interesting message here. All right, we have this one coming in from Martin. Martin is in Apo this morning, and then he says, Kachi, really, I don't know. I am a Manchester City fan. These boys, I don't know if they're back or not. They are so not consistent, so I don't even know what to say. All right, Martin, thank you very much. Martin is Okay, I don't want to use the word confused, but that's what this message says. It says that you don't know where to stand or who to really give, the victory tonight. Man City, Real Madrid. Which of these two teams do you see walking into the round of 16, strolling into the round of 16? Flying into whichever ways, provided they get into the round of 16, it's no problem. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, a very good morning to you. Welcome to Sports Drive. What's your name? Yes.
Kachi.
Boom chaka laka laka to you. Welcome.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm very well. Good morning. What's your name?
I know they play a shocking result tonight. Don't worry.
Okay.
They deleted them at their own there.
Yes.
Don't be shocked that Man City will proceed tonight.
Man City will progress today.
Yes. Them are fast, not that. They are the same bad shape. So they are the same bad shape, the same level. But you see what they are doing.
All right, no problem. Thank you very much. Says I will see what's going to happen tonight. Yes, like I said, we will be here to make sure it all gets to you. You can go to Facebook, drop your take, go and drop your prediction. Is it Real Madrid to qualify or Manchester City to qualify for the round of 16? Two giants having to rely on the playoff route to make it to the round of 16. Incredible, very unbelievable. In fact, we never really saw that kind of thing coming. No thanks to the new league format of the Champions League. Hello, good morning. Sorry about that. You do well to call us back. Good morning. On WhatsApp. Good morning, Kachi. My name is Osh from Abuja. My heart is telling me that Manchester City might do something, but my mind, so your mind and your heart, they are not aligning this morning. And then he says about, his mind is telling him that Real Madrid's grip on that trophy is too strong. And went on to say Manchester City, they have a problem seeing games, especially in the closing. Okay, sealing, you meant. Yes, sealing games, especially in the closing stages. Bro, I agree with you totally. That's been their bane. That's been their problem. This season. Yes, run to at Nigeria Info Abuja on Facebook and make sure that you drop your prediction there this morning. All right, you just make sure of that. I'm trying to see if we can look at one daily. There's a Vanguard newspaper here and what the sports headlines look like. Let's see if we can do that quickly. All right, Vanguard Sports says Chell to watch Musa and Kano Pillars. Oh, wow, big story. Yes, that's Eric Chell, a new coach, is set to watch Ahmed Musa and Kano Pillars. He will be guest, to Sunshines of Akure in a midweek fixture today. All right, we'll see what this brings. His leadership and influence in the Super Eagles are the reasons he is being considered for a recall. This is a big story on Vanguard. But just when you get to the Vanguard newspaper, just check the back page and you'll see this story. Nigerians, okay, I'm expecting some kind of reaction. You all shock me. Feyenoord knockout AC Milan. That's another big story. And they have Anthony Joshua ready to rumble. Severally, his promoter Eddie Hearns told us he's not ready to retire yet. And today's matches, Champions League playoff, EPL, and MPFL matches, all of that. They have the fixtures at the very back of the Vanguard newspapers. You might want to take a look at that. All right. Thank you very much. I'm seeing Kachi. You look very beautiful this morning. Amen. Your name is Amen, watching live from Maraba. All right. Thank you. Okay. Your name is Christian Samuel. Where did Amen come from? You're watching live from Maraba and you are on Facebook. That's Nigeria Info Abuja. Thank you very much. But this is the much we can take this morning. Thank you so very much. We really appreciate. Hi, Joe West. I see your hi on WhatsApp. Thank you. Do well to join us in the night once it's of course, at 7 p.m., we'll start building up and bring you all the sports stories. But by 9 o'clock on the dot, yes, we'll get on with the Madrid-Manchester City game and, of course, all the other games happening by that time. Thank you. Keep your dial on, 95.1 Nigeria Info. Kachi Okafor is my name. Good morning. Good morning. Boom! Chaka-laka-laka-laka.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports